Long ago in a small village called Bethlehem, there was a woman named Naomi. She lived with her husband Elimelech and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Bethlehem had fallen into hard times, and there was a severe famine in the land. With no food left, Naomi and her family decided to leave their home and move to a foreign land called Moab, hoping to find a better life. But little did Naomi know, this journey would forever change her life in ways she could never have imagined. In Moab, Naomi's family began to settle. Her sons grew up and married 2 Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. For a while it seemed that life was getting better. But soon sadness fell upon Naomi's household. First, her husband Elimelech passed away, leaving Naomi a widow. As if that wasn't enough pain to bear, Naomi's 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, also died, leaving her alone with her daughters-in-law in a foreign land. Naomi was heartbroken.
"The Lord's hand has turned against me,"
she said in her grief. With nothing left in Moab, Naomi decided to return to Bethlehem, where the famine had finally ended. She told her daughters-in-law,
"Go back to your families. You are still young, and you can find new husbands. May the Lord deal kindly with you, as you have been kind to me and my sons."
Orpah wept and after much sorrow, decided to return to her family. But Ruth, with love and loyalty in her heart, refused to leave Naomi's side. Ruth clung to Naomi and said the words that would forever echo through history.
"Do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried."
Ruth's love for Naomi was so strong that she was willing to leave her own country, her family, and even her faith, to follow Naomi's God and be by her side. Touched by Ruth's devotion, Naomi accepted her, and the 2 women set off together on the long journey back to Bethlehem. When Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem, the town was buzzing with excitement.
"Is this Naomi?"
the people asked. But Naomi, filled with sadness, said,
"Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter."
Naomi's heart was heavy with grief, but Ruth stood by her, determined to help her rebuild her life. It was the harvest season in Bethlehem and Ruth knew they needed food. He asked Naomi,
"Let me go to the fields and pick up the leftover grain behind anyone in whose eyes I find favor."
Naomi agreed and Ruth went to the fields to gather what little she could. As she worked, Ruth caught the eye of a man named Boaz, the owner of the field. Boaz was a kind and wealthy man, and when he saw Ruth's hard work he asked his workers about her. They told him that she was the Moabite woman who had come back with Naomi. Boaz had already heard of Ruth's loyalty to Naomi and was impressed by her character. Boaz approached Ruth and said,
"Don't go and glean in another field. Stay here with my workers. I have told the men not to lay a hand on you. When you are thirsty, go and drink from the water jars the men have filled."
Ruth was overwhelmed by Boaz's kindness. She bowed down and asked,
"Why have I found such favor in your eyes, since I am a foreigner?"
Boaz replied,
"I have been told all about what you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, how you left your father and mother in your homeland and came to live with a people you did not know before. May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge."
When Ruth returned home with the grain she had gathered, Naomi was curious.
"Where did you glean today?"
she asked. Ruth explained that she had worked in the fields of a man named Boaz. Naomi's eyes lit up.
"The Lord bless him. Boaz is one of our family's redeemers."
In those days, a family redeemer was someone who could protect a family member in need and even marry a widow to keep the family line alive. Naomi came up with a plan. He told Ruth,
"Boaz is winnowing barley tonight. Wash yourself, put on your best clothes, and go down to the threshing floor. But don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying, and go uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do."
Ruth trusted Naomi and did exactly as she said. When Boaz woke up and saw Ruth at his feet, she said,
"Spread the corner of your garment over me, for you are a family redeemer."
Boaz was moved by Ruth's humility and faithfulness.
"The Lord bless you, my daughter,"
he said.
"You have not gone after the younger men, whether rich or poor. I will do for you all you ask.
Boaz was true to his word. The very next day he went to the town gate where the elders gathered and spoke to the other family redeemer, who had the first right to buy Naomi's land and marry Ruth. When the other redeemer declined, Boaz announced before the elders,
I will redeem Naomi's land and marry Ruth.
Boaz and Ruth were married, and their union was blessed with a son named Obed. Naomi, who once thought her life was over, now held her grandson in her arms with great joy. Obed grew up to become the grandfather of King David, and through his lineage the world would one day welcome Jesus Christ, the Savior. Moral lesson: the story of Ruth teaches us that faith, loyalty, and kindness can turn even the darkest situations into opportunities for hope and new beginnings. Ruth's loyalty to Naomi and Boaz's kindness to Ruth remind us that God rewards those who remain faithful and do good to others. No matter how hard life may seem, there is always hope for a brighter tomorrow if we trust in God and treat others with love. If this story of Ruth's unwavering faith and loyalty touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comments below how you've experienced God's faithfulness in your life. Share this story with friends and family to spread the timeless lessons of love, loyalty, and trust in God. God bless you.